Well, welcome to Foothill Thunder on Foothill 7 Television. I'm Bill Sullivan. I'm joined by Luke Sprinkle, and we are previewing the 2015 racing season here at Placerville Speedway. It's the 50th anniversary season, sponsored by Red Hawk Casino, presented by Thompson's Auto Centers, and a lot of great stuff coming to Placerville Speedway this year. 50 years of business for this speedway, and extra money's up in the season to come. And Luke, you had a chance to talk to some drivers in the pit area, and everybody pretty excited about the extra monies this year.
Yeah, they're very excited. You know, we've got some big things this year at Placerville Speedway, including the Placerville Posse Series. The Roll of Outlaws are going to be here next Wednesday. We've got the King of the West Series going to be doing some stops, and Civil War Series, along with the Domco Plumbing Placerville Speedway Regular Series Championships that's going to be going on. And everyone is excited. It's going to be a really big year.
And those regular championships, much more lucrative this year with the 50th anniversary season, with $2,000 bonuses going to the champions this year. The stock cars and the limited late models, Domco Plumbing putting up that $2,000 bonus for the driver who's the champion at the end of the year. Domco Plumbing also a $2,000 bonus to the sprint car champion, and Jay's Mobile Welding to the pure stock champion. And the drivers seem real excited about that, and you had a chance to talk to them in the pit area this afternoon. With extra money is always a good thing.
Yeah, the Michelis are real excited. They're going to be fielding 4 cars this year. We've got the Grunerts fielding 2 cars in the pure stock division. It's going to be a big year. Everyone's really excited. You can hear these guys behind us practicing. They're all stoked. So it's going to be a big year.
All right, it's a great season to come and great things to come. You can go onto the website at placervillespeedway.com and check out the entire 24-race season that begins on Saturday, April 4th, and goes all the way up to September this year. And just a lot of great things to come this year. So check out that website. And Luke had an opportunity to talk to some of the drivers in the pit area earlier this afternoon, and we're going to see what they had to say.
We're here with defending Placerville Speedway track champion Greg DeCaires, driver of the Red Hawk 4SA. Now, Greg, as defending track champion, what kind of pressure are you going to be under this year, and how do you plan to accommodate that pressure?
You know, there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders, just because I have a lot of dedicated people on the crew and my family. They're always behind me. I don't like to let anybody down, but you know, with Foothill 7 on board this year, and you know, Red Hawk being a newcomer on our car, you know, it gives me, you know, great pleasure to drive for Dell and Tara, and try and repeat what we did last year. Last year was a really good season, and man, if we can just do that again, that would be awesome.
Yeah. How do you feel about your chances for a repeat championship without Andy Forsberg running a full-time season?
You know, you can never count out Jimmy Trulli. You got, you know, the newcomers, Jake Morgan, Logan Seavey. You know, it's never easy.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I could say it was in the bag, but you know, all the championships that I have won, it's always come down to the last race, and never count your eggs before they hatch. So as long as we have good, you know, our motors hold together, and I always have a great crew and they're committed, you know, and I get a great car under me. Again, the pressure's going to be on me to make every lap count, and looking forward to doing a repeat.
How many years have you been racing at Placerville Speedway, and what would it mean to you to be crowned the champion of Placerville Speedway's 50th anniversary and collect that extra cash that Domco Plumbing is putting out there for everybody?
Well, thank you to Domco. You know, it's always it's always a pleasure just to you know, come out of this speedway on top in front of this crowd. This crowd means so much to me. I came here in 1987. My dad gave me a car that was not competitive, but we made it, you know, go to the front. My dad and I worked really hard together, and we had a chemistry. So between 87 and now, we hit and miss, you know, Placerville. We skipped a few years, but looking forward to my 25th year full-time coming up, and with a wing on the car. Man, I don't know. 50th anniversary, Placerville's been around a long time, and from what I hear, I guess I've been around half as long, so looking forward to it.
Well, wishing you the best of luck, and you'll see the 4SA Red Hawk sprint car out here every weekend this Saturday. We're here with Placerville Speedway's 360 sprint car driver CJ Humphreys, longtime Placerville Speedway racer. How long have you been racing around Placerville Speedway, and what are your plans for the 50th anniversary season?
I've been here for, I don't know, about 25, 26 years now, and just this year we're trying something different. I'm actually putting a second car together. We're going to field the whole time with a longtime sponsor, you know, slash friend, and it's going to be his rookie year. It's something that's been on his bucket list growing up, and so we're going to give it a whirl and just try to have a lot of fun.
Who's the driver going to be and who's the sponsor?
It's Gus Carcione. He owns Eldorado Hills Landscape and Design, and he grew up at the San Jose Speedway years ago with all the Sargents and Pombos and Kadings, and his dad actually designed some of the first disc brakes on a car, and he's always been around it. He's never been on the right side of the fence, and he come to me this winter and said he wanted to put something together, and he was thinking of buying his own deal, and so I started looking at dollar signs going away from me, and so I just kind of threw the offer out there that, you know, I have another car, have another motor, we need to do a couple things, and let's just go have some fun.
That's awesome to hear. It's always good to have more and more cars coming out here every week. How do you feel about your chances of winning races without Andy Forsberg running a full-time season here this year?
I mean, we have as good a chance as we've always had. You know, the last couple of years we've been down on a few things. You know, otherwise, you know, we had a good shot of beating Andy. It's just, you know, it's always been a tough place to run. You know, there's always been great competition, not just with Forsberg, but with Sanders and Greg DeCaires and Andy Gregg. And I mean, on any given Saturday night, you know, there's a dozen guys that could easily pick up the win. So it's always a tough racetrack and fun to be around.
Thank you, CJ. Look for the number 85 sprint car out here every week at Placerville Speedway. We're here with defending late model track champion Matt Micheli, here in his number 96 late model. So Matt, what are your plans for this season? What have you done differently, and what kind of pressure do you have being the defending track champion?
We're going to try to come back and defend our championship and come every week, and we're trying a little bit different shock package, trying to get a little bit more speed out of our cars this year, and other than that, just going to try to have as much fun as possible.
What would it mean to you, and how long have you been racing here to win the 50th anniversary championship?
Well, to me, in the time I've raced here, it'd be the most important one by far, because they've added Domco's added a lot of money this year, and just the prestige of saying you won the 50th, I think it'd be something that you'd remember forever. You know, I won't be here for the 100th, but I try to do my best for the 50th.
How many cars is your team planning on running this year, and who else is going to be driving them?
We're going to bring 3 every week. My dad, who's 77, is going to drive his car, and then Jeff Osheska is going to drive our other car. And we might bring in another guy once in a while, too, and have a 4th car here some nights.
Are you just planning on running at Placerville, or do you have other plans for the season?
We're going to run, I think Chico has 7 Friday night shows, but none of them conflict with Saturday nights in Placerville. So we'll probably try and hit most of those and then come back up here for sure.
All right, well, thank you for your time. Keep an eye out for the number 96 late model teams here at Placerville Speedway every Saturday night. All right, we're here with 2014 Placerville Speedway Pure Stock champion Scott Grunert. And Scott, how long have you been racing in Placerville, and what's the 50th anniversary season mean to you?
I started racing when I was 16 years old. Been watching my dad race my whole life, so I think I started when I was about 16, so about 6-7 years now. And 50th anniversary means a lot. I can't go for the Drivers' Points Championship. I got some other stuff I got to do, weddings and stuff like that, so we're going to try to go for the Owner Points Championship. I have a friend of ours, Mike Moran, race the car, so that way we can still go for that.
Oh yeah, I remember watching Mike Moran race the number 19 late model out here for many years, so it's good to have him back in the car. How many cars are you guys planning on fielding this year, and how many races are you planning on running?
Hopefully a full season. It's me and my dad this year, and my brother's not going to be racing, so he's having a kid here pretty soon. So it'll just be me and my dad. He's got to miss a couple of races too, so I'm not sure the dates yet, but hopefully Mike can race his car if it's not on the same date that I need him to race mine.
All right, race fans, keep an eye out for the number 14 Pure Stock here at Placerville Speedway, driven by Scott Grunert.
Well, as you heard in the pit area, drivers are really excited about the season to come here at our test and tune session, our play day here at Placerville. And telling Luke they're really excited about the extra funds for the 50th anniversary season, the return of Red Hawk Casino as our title sponsor, and Thompson's Auto and Truck Center, our presenting sponsor, and a lot of drivers speaking highly of Domco Plumbing for the bonuses in the sprint cars and the late models, as well as the Jay's Mobile Welding and the Pure Stocks. They seem really excited about that.
Yeah, they're really excited. You know, the sport is driven off of, sponsorship and fans coming, and to have Domco step up and give a lot of money like they are, and Jay's Mobile Welding, it really means a lot to the drivers to allow them to keep coming back and doing what they love. So it's really good to see them come and do this.
Great, and we got great things to come. Red Hawk Casino much more involved this year. They'll be doing a lot of fan giveaways and participation as well. So a great season to celebrate 50 years here throughout the summer months here at the El Dorado County Fairgrounds. And it's been a team effort too. When a racetrack survives for 50 years, it's a team effort between the promoters and the fairgrounds. And in 1965, it was the fair manager and a race promoter came together and made this place happen. And that relationship continuing today with the current fair manager or current promoter. They've really been working hard to make improvements for this special season. Brand new sound system put in by Handy Racing Promotions and assisted by the El Dorado County Fair in installing all that. The fair spending over $30,000 on new pavement in the concession center and all sorts of improvements to make it better for the fans. And as you can see, this place is looking great. And we can't thank the fairgrounds and everybody enough for all their help and all of our sponsors for the year to come.
Yeah, this place has a lot of history. A lot of these fans have been coming here since the beginning, and it's great just to see the place. Looks great. It's awesome. It's got so much character, and it's really coming together. It's going to be a great 50th anniversary season.
All right, and before we go, a lot of people in the off-season have sent us Facebook messages and a few texts asking about the theme song that's used here on Foothill Thunder and where that came from. And there's a gentleman by the name of Ron Pastana. He worked closely with record producer Bill Bentley several years ago, and his niche was music for racetracks and music for motorsports, and he customized it, and it was the work of Ron Pastana that put that together. And Ron Pastana passed away in 2012 in an accident, and we just want to thank him tonight and just answer everybody's question on that. And that original song is available on iTunes if you search Ron Pastana and the Pit Crew. And we remember him here tonight and thank him and Bill Bentley, who continues to produce music. And we just want to give everybody that answer and say thank you for giving us that to work with here for Foothill Thunder. So tune in and watch the action coming here weekly at Placerville. Anything else to add?
We'll see you every weekend.
Placerville.